Hello. Hello. How are we today? How are we on this fine Thursday? Come on in, guys. Oh my God, we've got some we've got some people that were in the Laboom squad that haven't been showing up and are here this evening. Welcome, guys. No, I just noticed like 3 names in the back. Come on out. Should I say the names? Got in trouble last time. Okay, what's up, guys? You know what week it is? What week is it? Yes, I got it back for those of you who know. As a matter of fact, let's take this down. Well, it doesn't matter. Want to hear something funny? Something interesting? Does it relate to today's lesson? We're diving in today big time. We're doing your blog setup. Let me clip this on. I lost my mic. I lost my Rode lapel mic. I lost it in my condo. It fell out of my pocket as I was walking around creating content, y'all. And why am I using the mic now? Because I know it's going to be a podcast episode, so I'm more conscientious about that. Come on in. I'm going to give you my 3 minutes of ramble time in a sec. This is just the welcome. We're just doing an hour today, guys. We're keeping them short. I've got everything planned out. But I need to share my excitement for myself. And if you're on the journey with me, my excitement for you as well. With the Octo content model. I'll share my excitement, number 1. And number 2, I will give you my minute with Mark, or 3 minutes of ramble of what I've observed in the industry and what I believe to be true. Okay? The Mark insight. Mark with the C, insight. And then we're going to dive right in. We're building your blog from scratch. I've decided to build it from scratch. Okay? You guys ready to work again? You ready to see me all sloppy with the mouse designing this thing? I was going to go into my blog. For those of you that are unaware of which week we are at, we are on week number 8? 8? Let me see. Laboom 8. Blog setup. Next week is Laboom 9. Time for a haircut already. Laboom 9, which is populating our blog. So week 8, 9, yeah. So in 2 weeks, you're going to have your blog. Okay? I'll give a couple of disclaimers like, yes, we are using Wix. And yes, I am a little advanced on my blog. I am implementing features on my blog that we're not going to go through in 2 days. But I'll tell you what we will go through in 2 seconds. And after that, I just want to say after that is the podcast setup, and that's week 10. Then after that, it's, let me mute her. After that, it's Alexa on week 11. Then on week 12, it's syndicate everything everywhere and start capturing leads. That will happen right away, believe me, immediately. And then it's week 13, which is in April. Okay, I don't need to go through the whole schedule. Today is blog setup, okay? So we're going to set up the blog from scratch. I want to mention this. You know what's funny about the mic is that I lost it. It's a very expensive mic and it's my livelihood. And nobody returned it when I put the lost mic sign. Nobody returned it for 4 days. No, I got no call, no email, no nothing. Then I replaced the sign with cash, $50 cash reward within 15 minutes. Email comes in. Money talks, right? Okay. Here's my thought for the day. You guys ready to work? We're going to work. We're going to jump right in. I won't spend much time on this. What I will say is I will address this right now. And I'm going to reference a famous actor or a famous rock star, not specifically, but first, let's go through what we're doing today real quick. We're doing 4 things. We're setting up your blog with 4 components to your blog that are going to be that we have time to do and that are the crucial components of your blog, the necessary components of your blog for the Octo content model to properly execute. Oh, you want to see my shirt, right? So I will attempt to explain it to you, how to do it, but I can't understand it for you. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. So today's going to be fast. Today's going to be, I will be focused as I build it, but today's going to be one of those days where you will need to go through the replay for sure, because I'm going to be clickety-clacketing everywhere, setting things up pretty fast. However, it may not be that fast because I haven't done this in a while. I set my blog up 3 months ago, maybe? This new Wix blog? Yeah, I'd say two or 3 months ago, and I've got a total of 1,300 or 400 visitors. I have not been promoting it. This is something that maybe, is it a side note? It's a little bit of a side note. This is something that is good news for you. I'm starting over, pretty much. I won't go through the story of how my blog got deleted, my last blog, and I lost everything. And now I have to kind of refind my videos and rebuild my blog. I'm only doing it with 3 blog posts to start with, as I will show you. Only 3. Because I need those 3 to be perfect. I need to blow my nose. Sorry guys, it's annoying. It's like I got a little thing right there. How appropriate, eh? Maybe I should get out of the shot for this. Got a little thing right there. It's like maybe a little nose hair, or maybe it is a booger, and it's just dangling around, and I'm like, as I'm talking, the vibrations of my voice are making it tickle the inside, and it's very distracting. 'Cause I know you care. Okay. Whew. We're off to a silly one at the beginning here, but we're gonna straighten up right now. Here we go. We're gonna build your home page, number 1. Number 2, we're going to build a blog section on your blog. So you have the home page, then we'll do the blog section. We're going to build a podcast section, and we're going to build an about section. Those are the building blocks to your home. To your home. I'm going to say this right now. Who watches Cribs here? Let me take a sip of my new Thermo. Who watches Cribs? Please put it in the chat. I want to engage here. Cribs. Tell me what it is. If it's where I just want to see if anyone knows what Cribs is. It's an MTV show. It's older. It gives away my age. It's when people go into celebrities' homes and they're like, ooh, look at that pool. Ooh, look at that sauna. Oh my God, look at those big pillars. Oh, look at your kitchen. It's all granite. It's lovely. Isn't that fantabulous? And they go through the bathrooms and oh, it's all marble everywhere. Okay. You're giving away your age, you know, when you say I know what Cribs is. Let me take, as I take a sip of my new Thermo Rockstar. Sponsored by marshmallow flavor. It's not as good as the original, but cheers. I like the way I hold it. It's actually really good. Marshmallow. Sugar-free. Like 3 cups of coffee in one jolt. Are you bored with me yet? I'm trying to ramble on so some of you leave and don't get the gold. So that's what we're building today. Cribs. Yes. If you had a mansion, who takes pride in their home? I don't. I will, probably someday. But if I had a wife, I'm sure she would. She'd be like, when you have guests over, you clean up. You, I don't know, what do? you serve hors d'oeuvres, you make sure that, I don't know, if you may want to show off your, I don't know, swimming pool, or I don't know, I'm not much of a I'm not much of a host in real life, but you're proud of your home. If you get an upgrade on the decking in the back and a new barbecue, you want to have guests over. Come on in, stay for a while, and you're proud of your home. Who's proud of their home or wants to be proud of their home? That may be better. If you're not in a perfect position, maybe you're like, I'm not proud of my home. I wouldn't bring anybody here. But you're like, but I would love to be proud of my home. Put that in your mind for a second. The reason I'm asking you, I think I might have to pluck a nose hair live tonight on Thursday's Laboom Squad webinar. It's tickling me. If you like to be proud, if you can understand that feeling, I get it. I mean, I'd be proud to, if I had a mansion right now, to bring people in and show them around. Who wouldn't? Well, this is the mindset I am using for my blog. That's the mindset. That's my mindset. That's how I'm framing my blog. Because not only is the cliche term about, you know how people say, your blog is your home, that's where you get all your leads. I want it to be more than that. I want it to be warm. I want it to be inviting. I want it to have pieces of me, like my, I don't know, my humor, my wit, my charm, whatever I have, my quirks, my defects, I'm going to limit those, but my flavor, I want it to be me. I want it to be like my home. Come into my home. Welcome. Stay for a while. That's the vibe I want, and that's the value I want. So on cribs, or on when you look at people's mansions, I know there's some ego and vanity that plays into material things, but there's always, like, you always say, oh, I like that one better. Oh, his is bigger than his. Mine is bigger than yours. You know, that whole, in this world, same deal. Is bigger better? Not necessarily. Like, I mean, would you rather have a 40-foot countertop made out of, I don't know, marble appeared, fake marble veneer, or would you rather have a 10-foot countertop that's pure dark granite? You know what I mean? Quality, richness, value. I want both. But once I start thinking of my blog in that way, welcome to my home, when somebody walks into my home, when somebody shows up at my home and they go, what? That's you? That's yours? Just like a mansion. Think of it that way. Then they come into your home and go, what the? Okay? It's that important. I really want you to think of it that way. It's everything. And I'm spending 90% of my time, you'll hear me say this over and over and over and over again, on my home. So today, we're building your home. We're building your home. And I won't be flip-flopping around WordPress and all that. I said Wix once. I'm going to repeat myself as I share my screen and I go through the features, but I've never seen anything this good. It's a hidden little secret, I think. No, some influencers use Wix and don't say they're using Wix. A lot of them. It's kind of it's a hidden little gem. So, before I share my screen, I told you what we're going to cover. I want to talk to you about being a rock star or a famous actor. Got 15 minutes? It's okay. I don't mind. Today was kind of a squirrely one. I was really squirrely today because I'm excited because I'm working on this stuff and I'm kind of just like in awe. I'm in awe at what we're creating here. If you knew for sure, for sure, it's coming. Let's pretend. Let's go hypothetical right now. I'll do another cheers. Then I want to get you in a mindset of a hypothetical situation. But I want you to picture that if for real, if for sure, you were going to be a famous actor, and that's what you wanted. Or you were going to be a famous rock star. I'm using those two. Who here, I think everybody would love to be a famous rock star or an actor. I just picked those two. But you could fill in the blank. Like your ultimate, something that's so unrealistic, beyond your reality. Okay? Just think of that. I'll go with famous, well, I can't sing, so I can't say rock star. So that's why it's hypothetical. But if I could be anything in the world, absolutely it would be a famous rock star. Then it would probably be actor, famous actor, but it would be rock star. But these are unrealistic because I don't have those tools. I can't sing. But that's why this is a hypothetical situation. So picture your thing, okay? I'll take a sip. Then we're going to do a little, I'm going to make an attempt at doing a little paradigm shift for you. I'm going to try. I ain't no Bob Proctor, but I'll give it a shot. Okay. I'm going to use rock star. If I knew that I would be a famous rock star and I was a starving musician, beating the streets, playing for free, writing the best music I can write, nobody's showing up in the audience, nobody's there. I mean, I'm going to do little cafe gigs or whatever I can get. I'm passing out my CDs in the behind the club at the end of my performance. There's 6 people in the audience and I'm still plugging away and I'm still plugging away and nothing's coming out of it, but I still keep plugging away. And I think, how can maybe I'll ask people, did you enjoy it? And then I'll listen to the feedback. Maybe I'll find a mentor. I'll look for a musician that succeeded from the city I'm from and what path did he take. I'll start researching. I want to be a famous rock star. Again, we're in the hypothetical story here. If you knew for a fact that all you need to do is keep plugging away, try to figure out where you're going wrong, that there is no magic pill or a magic bullet or there is no button you push, you just have to keep going and stuff will become more clear as you move along. If you knew for sure, would you keep doing it? If you knew for sure, would you keep playing those little gigs with 5 people in the audience? If you knew for sure, you didn't know when, but you knew for sure that if you kept going, it would happen. You would go into those little clubs with a smile. You would go into a 1-person audience with a smile. You may even play to an empty audience for free. It's called practice. With a smile. That's how I want you to think of this. Because what we are sitting on right now, folks, I'm out of the hypothetical situation. I want to be an influencer. I want to be an influencer. I want to have a voice. I want to have a voice. I want to have an audience of millions of people. I want the little blue check mark on all of my social media. I want millions in my AWeber, millions with an S. And I want to be heard because I believe now that I kind of fixed myself. I was a train wreck, big time. I believe I have a message I want to share with the world, and I believe I have many messages I can share with a lot of people, and yes, help a lot of people and make a crap load of money. Don't get it twisted. I just want my voice to be heard. Well, I can make a lot more money if a lot more people hear my voice as well. But it's a superpower to have that, and with great power comes great responsibility. So yes, you gotta do it for the betterment of mankind. But if you knew for sure, would you keep grinding? That's what this is. And I will just briefly explain. Then we're going right into the screen. We're going right to work. We're 20 minutes in, but I mean, the whole webinar we're working today. Like, nose to the grind. We're actually doing it together. Because I know with such certainty. If you ask me, how do you know for sure, Mark? Well, let's start here. I study 3 to 4 hours a day. Okay? Let's start there. If I told you how I know for sure that the path I'm taking right now and what I'm teaching all of you is going to lead me to becoming an influencer, and all of you who do exactly what I do, if I explain to you how I know that, well, how many days do you have for me to break it down for you? Every little thing I do is for a reason. So that's my attempt at having you do the work. It's unimportant to me whether you do or not anymore. I was talking to Donna a couple of days ago, yesterday, right, Donna? And I was saying, the opinions of others, I detached myself from that a long time ago. And just this year, I've detached myself from whether you guys take action or not. That's right, I'm focusing on myself. I am. You can hate me for it too. I can't slow myself down by trying to force people to do what I do. I can't slow myself down anymore because it's exhausting. And it's gratifying when I see people take action, but I can't slow myself down anymore. What I will do is move forward with like zero audience. I'm starting over with you guys today, by the way, guys. 1,400 views, I think, on my blog in 3 months, because I haven't put it through the model yet. I'm building it with a smile. I'm not making any money right now. I got funnels. Okay, I'm not making any money. Maybe 100,000 a month, maybe. And that's coming from a bigger amount because I lost my Facebook and all that stuff. That's not what I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm really putting my heart and soul into what we're doing for myself, with the hope that you see how passionate I am and how hard I'm working on something as simple, it's not simple, but as the Octo content model. If I'm doing this, and I'm not getting paid for doing this, it's because I know with absolute certainty that this is what's going to turn me into an influencer. With my blue check mark, or I want the influencer thing on LinkedIn. You need 1 million followers or something like that, I think. I don't know. I just want to be an influencer. So that's my wish for you, that you follow my lead. And if you don't, enjoy the show and you will get nuggets. But the closer you can be, the more you mimic me along the way, you're going to see me pivot all the time. Romanticism is nothing but a thing. I no longer get romantic about an idea if it's not helping me down my path. If I got to go zag, and I was going zig for a while, I'll go zag. Then if zag is not working, I'll adjust as I go. Okay, so we're actually going to start on the podcast homework. You guys want? I'm going to give you guys bonus homework tonight. I got a bonus for you. It's bonus homework. That's the one bonus that nobody thinks they want, but it's the bonus that's the most valuable. When I give you homework, it's a fantastic thing. It means it gives you the opportunity to do the thing and screw it up and start failing at it. The sooner you screw up on your clicks and stuff, the better, because that's going to happen. So why not start getting them out of the way? Things that you know not to do. Okay, let's go. I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know when you see my screen. We are building the blog from scratch. Let's go. Please let me know in the chat. Okay, can you guys see my screen, please? Okay, this may be a little sloppy, but I kind of like it that way. Okay, it's going to be very real, very raw. Can you guys see my blog, please? I am so excited for you guys on this. I'm so proud of this so far. So thank you. So you can see 3 blog posts. Here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to work on 3 blog posts only until they're perfect. Okay? So throughout this journey, I'm only working on 3 blog posts. So let's go to the homepage. This is not we're going to go from scratch, okay? What I've done is I've opened my Wix dashboard here. See how little visits I have? I am not sending any traffic or anything. This is literally since I opened up my Wix site. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when I start promoting this stuff, right? Syndicating it with Oliver. Let me take a breath. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what my hope throughout this process is for you guys. I'm going to say this throughout just frequently because I know that it's always going to be on my mind, and it's for excitement purposes. There are so many features and functions in Wix, I can't even believe it. Every day, this is 90% of my days, by the way, figuring out how to use their advanced features. You can connect your database to this stuff. You can code in this. Program in it. I'm not saying that's something you want to do. You can have an email list in here. Now, this is the premium version. We're going to go with the free. I'm going to show you some tools for the free version today. Here, the first thing I'm going to say is, quite often I will say we are using Wix and Wix only, instead of me saying, this is what it would look like for WordPress, or this is what it would look like for Tumblr, or this is what it would look like for any other blogging platform. I won't say that, okay? Or Blogger. I will not say that. I will say nothing. And I will just go with Wix moving on forward, okay? Fair enough. So we're going to play. We're going to play. What I noticed is, I've never done this before. I've noticed I can create a new site. So I'm kind of aware of the features of a free site. So I rather have you guys have a free site up and then go from there if you choose to. And we only have really, we're going to try to stuff this in 2 days, but I think what I just said had to be said. Number one is that I will be improving on this thing every single day. So if you frequently check out my site, thewealthytrainer.com, shameless plug here, but it's not really a shameless plug at this point, because when I drive traffic to this, you guys are going to see me drive traffic to this or will you? You probably won't even notice. So I'm just enjoying the view here. I'm going to go to blog. This is the main thing we will be focusing on, okay? Your blog. A couple of things that are very advanced, even though they don't look it, are subsections. We don't have time to go into like such detail like this. Categories. All these categories that I've created, we will create a menu today. We'll create the shell to everything on the free Wix today. Okay? We're just going to do that right now. And next week we populate them. So why 3 pieces of content? Well, when we get into iTunes, I may have mentioned this earlier. I mention it quite often. You need 3 podcast episodes to submit to SoundCloud. You need 3 of them. So what I've done is, this is the new one I've done. Fear Feeds Fear. You guys want to see what a blog post looks like? This is like I'm inviting you into my home. This is my mansion. This is my online mansion. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. To me, it's beautiful. Another thing is, I will say, is we're going to use my theme. The theme I'm using. I don't even know what it's called, but we're about to find out. I think it may be called a newspaper theme. I'm not quite sure. I know several of you are currently using this as well. It defaults a lot of stuff, like it's a 1-minute read, 1 minute. It's just beautiful. To me, it's beautiful. It's perfect for SEO. I'm not going to sell you on it, but I will tell you, I won't be switching themes throughout. So here's what I have on my blog post. This is the essence of everything, by the way. I have the title I wanted to pick up in SEO. So every time I create a blog post, I will be very aware of the keywords I choose. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back. I changed some of my titles to really rank up. how I became a millionaire in my 20s. I just use analytics to see how that would pick up in Google and stuff like that. So my heading is super important. How I used my unicycle, how my unicycle helped me become master of my skills. So I'm very aware, or I'm very I pay attention now to the headings of my blog posts. So if you look, we're going to go back to the one we started with on this journey. I just put a little blurb because it's super important. Now, I'm not a writer, so I just put Roscoe the dog has just been attacked again. Poor little Roscoe belongs to a neighbor of mine and seems to be getting attacked by other dogs while on walks. Not only do the attacks appear to be more and more frequent, but little Roscoe appears more and more fearful every time he goes out. In this video, I give you my thoughts on why I think that Roscoe's fear is attracting more fear. So I just wrote that on the fly. I think I just saw a typo there. I don't waste too much time fixing this when I'm with you guys. But I put the text. This will be longer in the future. This is the template I'm using. I've created this based on my knowledge. I've got the title here, the title here, the title here. I've got the blurb. Not the blurb, the blog post. I've got the title again. I got the title everywhere. So keywords really pick up on that title. So you see the importance of the heading, right? And then check this out. I put everything on my blog post. So I have this. Then I have the video, the YouTube video. Okay, just like that. That's just a plugin. That's just, we're just putting in the YouTube link. Caution. Okay, there it is. Dog owner. Okay, perfect. And what I've done is I've also included a link with a video emoji so that people can go to my YouTube. I don't say it's YouTube, but what happens is when they go to my YouTube, they may subscribe, they may do other things. It's just the option to go to my YouTube to get my viewership up on YouTube. So there's an outside link to YouTube, and that will bring them to my channel. Really, that's what it's for. So they hopefully go to my channel and subscribe. I'm just kidding around. It's an option. It's an option because that's an external link I'm comfortable with sharing. Because my YouTube is built exactly like my blog, if they click here, they may notice a bunch of stuff in their face that they want to check out more. That's my reasoning. This is not all mandatory stuff. I'm just trying to create the perfect blog post. And what I've done is I've also included my podcast on the blog post. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. How awesome is that? That is so awesome. And we will be hosting on this journey, we'll be hosting our podcasts on SoundCloud, and we'll be taking, okay, don't get freaked out here. Don't get freaked out yet. We haven't covered the podcast session until a couple of weeks from now. And we're not populating this. This is just a preview of what's coming next week. We're just building your blog from scratch today. Next week we really focus on this blog post. So I'll kind of go through this next week again, but we're going to do it next week. This is just to get you excited. I don't know if it's exciting you. It's exciting me every time I go through this. So from here, guess what they can do? I say I don't bring people to social media, but there are a couple of exceptions. For me, to go to my SoundCloud is a good thing because that's where all my podcast episodes live, okay? So if they were to go to my channel, see? So they could check out more podcast episodes, which again, from the blog post itself, it's only focused on the one blog post. So I'm comfortable with sending them to YouTube. I'm comfortable with sending them to SoundCloud. Because when they're on here and they get guided directly to my blog post, that's what Oliver will do. They're not going to just instinctively go to the podcast link, or maybe they will. See, all my podcasts are also hosted here. They will also be on iTunes. And of course, my little friend is on mute. We will have flash briefings on Alexa. But the beautiful thing about SoundCloud, I'm saying a lot here. Don't worry, we're going to dive into all the voice stuff in in the next 3-4 weeks. They're the last sessions, really. So everything's getting plucked from SoundCloud. So there we have it. Let me go back to the blog post to finish up what I put on the blog post. You scroll down at the bottom of every blog post, I have an image of myself. Of course, this is my favorite image of all time that I have. I don't think anything will beat that. I wish I wouldn't have been so heavy in it, but it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about little piece of info. Nobody cares how you look. It's just you care how you look. That's always the case. If you rewatch your videos, you're like, oh my God, I'm so chubby, or oh my God, I didn't shave, or oh my God, my hair looks awful. You're the only one who cares. Others don't. So let's go down. And here's where I put my story summary. And then from my story summary, they can click here and they will go to my About page. Now, I ask you all, how cool is that? I know this is crazy. I know this is the highest caliber of blog posts that I've ever seen. It really is. I've seen some like this, of course, because I've modeled the best. But the people that we refer to as our leaders or our mentors, no way. Not of this quality. This is like you're walking into a billionaire's mansion when it comes to online home. Your online home. That's how you look at it. People are not going to walk into your house at home, your physical home. When they do, if you're super rich and you have a mansion and a bunch of Ferraris, that's very impressive. Now, that's kind of a weird that's a weird metaphor or a weird comparison, but it's not. This is in fact your house online. It's your brand resume, but it's more than that. People are coming into your home. Okay? I really like thinking of it that way. So, how's that look for a blog post? Pretty good? That's what we're going to try to accomplish in a matter of 2 days. I spent a lot of time here, but the moral of this intro, before we start building our blog right now, is if you feel stuck, do what I do. Come to a page that's perfect. This is a perfect page. I'm not going to touch this at all. Every piece of content I release that Oliver spits out on social media will be bringing people back here. Now, the best way to get this done and fill in the blanks or read between the lines, or because there's technicalities here. There's stuff we won't be able to cover in detail. Obviously, there's more going on than appears. There's more than meets the eye, or there appears to be. Like, it's tricky to get this in. I'll go over a lot of this stuff quick next week, next Thursday. But the best way is to come here, check out my blog post, and see what I've done. I'll tell you right now, this is your story summary. It should only be this long. I forget how many characters it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, above 5 paragraphs. You're going to be using that everywhere. And here's my point. If you're saying, well, what do I say in the story? What do I say? I don't know what to say. This is where you look at my story. Because a story will well, let's talk about that right now, okay? You're going to need a story. You're going to need a short version, and you're going to need a long version. I believe this is, what is it, guys? Can you guys help me? 500 words? I believe you need a 500, would that be 500 words? I'm not really good at this, but I can't really eyeball it. You see when they say 2 minutes, it's a 1 minute read. That means it should take someone 1 minute to read all of this. Yeah, that makes sense. So you need a short version of your story, and then you also need a long version. This is crucial. You're not going to get it all done today, but you're going to want to look at my story, which is in the About section up here in the menu, and model yours after mine with the images, the way it's positioned, the way it's placed. You're going to notice I go through my history. I actually do go through the hero's journey here without even knowing I went through the hero's journey. This was completely instinctual. This was like, it was kind of like a gut instinct. No, I learned it. I learned it somewhere. You know what? I did learn it somewhere. And they were using the hero's journey, which is why I kind of did with my story. So now this is about 2,000 words. This is a long one. You want this. It's crucial. So just check mine out and you'll understand. And at the bottom, you say how you can help them. Okay? We don't have time to cover the whole story components, but you'll see they're all about defining moments, which is the hero's journey. It really is the hero's journey. That's just kicking in right now. Okay, so you'll be using my blog as the model, and let me tell you, when we meet, because I'm meeting with a lot of you right now, like I think I got some full days where a lot of yous booked up a lot of time with me, and I think when we meet in person during that hour, that's a perfect time to grab me and ask about some technicalities, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to create that site. Just to summarize, we're going to focus on creating your entire blog with the theme. We're going to focus on creating your blog posts, on your 3 blog posts. I know you're only creating one piece of content, but we'll work on one. We'll work on one. So your home, your template home, your blog posts. We're going to work on your podcast. We have to address that. So we need to populate this section on your blog. Even if you only have one episode, we've already done the podcast, guys, 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, right? Or was it last week? It was last week. It was last week. We created your audio file. It took 2 seconds to do. So I will be doing that over again. But we'll be doing new cover art for your podcast. We'll talk about that on podcast week, okay? Maybe I'll assign you something today. Let me just think about it as I go through this. And as I look at the time. So we'll have this podcast, we'll have your blog section, your podcast section, and your about section. And that's it. That's all we need to do for you. That's all we need to do for you. We have 2 days to do this. We're already partially through the first day. But my ramble there that I just did summarizes it beautifully, if I do say so myself. I can focus on what I'm saying now. I don't get lost as much. I don't have scatterbrain. Remember, I'm single. I have time to focus now. Ooh, did I just say that? Did I just say that out loud? No, I didn't. Let's retract that statement. But I do have ultra focus, and I'm really focused right now. I just bask in the beauty of this thing. I can't believe this is what it all comes down to. Now, that's it. You ready? Ready to build this thing? Let's go to Wix. Now, what you are going to do is you're just going to go to wix.com. I mean, you're going to open a free account. You're going to put in your email. You're going to put in your credentials, and that's it. You're going to get an office space, maybe not exactly like this, because I went premium all the way. I started with free, but everything we're learning today that I just showed you, which is your home template, your blog section, your podcast section, and your about section, you can do all of that on the free site, okay? So let's begin. Where do I go? Where do I go? Actually, you know what? I'm just noticing now as I'm looking at this. We're good, right? You guys hear me fine? It's going to get a little crazy here. Here goes Mark with his... here goes Mark running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So I'm going to capitalize on all of these features. There's a membership part you can put into it too. Now here's the beautiful thing. I'm not giving you my affiliate link. But I just noticed this. So let's just go take a look, okay? Because I mean, I'm in it to win it with Wix. I did my research. People ask me why I switched to Wix, and my response, I'll respond to you right now. The list is too long to list here. There's too many good things about it. It's not a hidden little gem. It's not. It's just WordPress is more, I don't know, more known. But this is kind of like, I'm glad that this is not the mainstream blogging host, because, we get to use it and capitalize on all the frigging features. I guess this is what I have. Professional, unlimited. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I have the unlimited. I'm not sure. But let's just take a look at what you get. Team members, that is huge for me. I'm going to have team members responding to emails. I mean staff responding to emails. Let's just go look. No, I have this one because I have support. I need support. I want to call them up and they answer right away. Chat. Okay, I don't need to go through the features. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. $10 a month, $24 a month. It's not an arm and a leg if you guys want to do it. And again, I'm not giving you my affiliate link because I don't care about that. I'm not into that. I'm not into it for that. But it's just when you look at the end result and how I'm going to be, and I can host my own videos and all that stuff. I will probably eventually do that. I don't think so. But there you go. Just so you don't think it's a crazy, crazy amount for your home. Okay? There we go. Let's go back. Now, time to play. Site actions. I saw this earlier. Create new site. Let's do that. What kind of site? Okay, beautiful. This will be so cool. This is like right from scratch. So I can have multiple sites. I think on the premium site or whatever plan you choose, you can have multiple sites. This I'm going to use. I will create a site for my happy drink. Probably I will create a site for, I don't know, at least they're there, and I'll be good at creating them so I can create different blogs. I will definitely not go into that today, but I'm creating one now. How about that for demo purposes? So the template I use is under blog. Look at all the options, and they're beautiful templates. I'm going to go under blog. Okay, here we go. Choose how you want to create your site. Create a website for you. I'm going to use the Wix editor. This is time for you to play, okay, guys? You guys can play around. I got to go quick. I got to replicate what I've done. And I clicked blog. I clicked choose Wix editor. And there's mine right here. But look at all the options you have. Here's where I will say, get creative. Just get creative. I just told you guys, I'm going to select mine. Or you want to try a different one for fun? No, I will select mine. Edit. And I think that's it. There we go. We're going to go into it. We're going to get right into it. What I wanted to say is, I don't know how much you guys respect my teachings, but I'm just going to be very real here. I am spending 90 every minute I have right now that's spare. I'm spending it on my blog, on the machine, on the Octo content model with the webinars hooked in, but it's on my blog. I need a home where I can provide new content all the time and build my audience. And I will be using their database for email as well. I won't have time to go through that. I told you what we're covering in these next 2 days. But I literally spend 90% of my free time on this. And it's not free time. I mean non-meetings time. If I'm not building a webinar for you guys, if I'm not teaching, because when I teach this stuff, I've got like 5 pages of notes, like right with me. I've got to plan what I'm going to teach. If I'm not building course material, if I'm not setting up a new automated webinar, if I'm not doing the money-making activities or the educational activities, I'm working on my blog. So like I said, I'm going to focus on the 4 things. I'll say them again. Your home, which is done. We just created your shell. This is done. This has been created in a couple of clicks. The menu is there, just like mine. The home page is there, just like mine. This will automatically feed from your blog posts Your blog section is done. Your about section is done. Everything is done. The only thing we want to add on here is your podcast section. This is exactly what I have. I mean, it couldn't be, I want to keep this title for this training, but what I'll do is I'll double click and I'll call it Joseph Marcel, my real name, for those of you who don't know. My real name is not Marc Lalonde, it's Joseph Marcel. So Joseph, I'm Joe. Hey guys, my name is Joe. Nice to meet you. A lot of people knew that. What is it? Marc Lalonde is my stage name. my Hollywood name, right? I'm being facetious. So there we go. We'll do one with my real name. I'm not going to publish this because I am a private person with a public persona. I must be known as Marc with a C. Marc is actually my middle name. So Joseph Marcel, everything is. I'll just do this. Just double click. Well, what can I do? I don't know. I want, this is not to be kept, but live life on your terms. There we go. I'm just putting that in. Just to show you a couple of features, just really quick. You can just see the little font, how easy that is to increase. Everything adjusts. It's like, just really quick, coming from a programming background, I'm like, you guys don't understand how beautiful this is. And also, here we go. I'm gonna hate on WordPress for a little bit here. Coming from a WordPress background, I've been struggling with WordPress forever. This is a dream come true. So it's so easy. So we're not gonna worry about this because this will be populated from your blog posts. Your homepage will take care of itself. Oh. Yeah, let's do the video strip. Who wants to learn how to do this right now? This. You want to have this. It's beautiful. You can do it. You don't have to have videos behind it. These are videos that I have. You can have just images, but I'd say you want to have that. So let's take care of the homepage right now. Okay? The menu, what we're going to do is I'm going to go on the menu. I just clicked on the menu. I'm going to go manage menu. Then here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a page. I'm going to go kind of fast, okay? I'm going to name my page blog. I'm going to go done. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want to, well, I can edit it now. I'll just double click. I want to call it podcast. Okay? Now you can kind of see behind here, like if I go, see how I just threw it here? It's not what I like to do is I like to have the about and the contact at the end. I don't have a contact. My contact is, I don't have a contact. My contact is at the bottom of every page, and that's what this template provides. So you can keep your contact. It's good to have when you're starting out. It's good to have, actually. I should probably put mine back up. But what I don't need to highlight my podcast, or maybe I do. But let me show you how to move these around. That's what I should be doing, because you will have your own flow to this. So I'm gonna go manage menu again. All you do, guys, is you literally drag them like this. And I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something real quick. If you want to have sub menus like this, see how I hover over life hacks right here? See how these come out? If I want to have those, look at how these are just pages. These are just more pages. These are all pages. So if I want to go right here, okay, let me go here. I'm going to go and I'm going to just drag like I did before, but I'm going to move over a little bit. You see how I just moved over to the right a little bit? I'm going to drop podcast, or doesn't matter. I could do, I'm going to put it elsewhere, but if I put about and I put podcast under my about like this, you see I can move them anywhere. This is crazy. Well, it's crazy. It's way too easy. So I just did that. Now, if I go and I preview my site, so now you see podcast doesn't show up on the main menu again. Let's go preview the site. I'm going to go up in the top corner, top right-hand corner, preview. And now if I hover over blog, is that where I put it? No, I put it there. See, under about, there's podcast. See that? You see how that works, right? Under the about is the podcast. Now, I don't want to be like I'm going to save it. Saving. Okay, when you save it. Okay, hold on. Let me just go back to editor. Then I'm going to explain about the save in a sec. But I do need to say this right now. I'm going to put back I'm going to put my menu back the way I want it. I want the podcast on its own. Here's how I want it. I want blog to be my feature. I want blog to be my first option. I'm just going to drag this here. There you go. Blog, podcast, about, contact. That's how I want this to show up. Now I have a lot of sections, of course. You'll build out sections too. You know how to do it. I just showed you. Just rewind this training. Okay, guys? The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go save. Now let's read what it says. You're going to have this domain. It's going to be a domain with .wixsite.com, then / You're going to have a long domain. You will want to connect your own customized domain. It's out of the scope of this training. We don't have time to go through it, but let me tell you, Wix has an incredible training on it. Let me save and continue. Get a new domain, connect with a domain you already own. I do it through GoDaddy, then I connect with a domain I already know, I already own. There you go. So you have to go to a premium plan. See how it gives you discounts all the time? You just got a little Easter egg here, okay? You just got a little Easter egg. Instead of paying the $29, you pay $14. Do that. Don't go to the payment plan. If you're going to get Wix, do this. This is what I have, unlimited. Or VIP. I have VIP. With support. Do that if you're going to do this. Just rewind what I just did. They have Easter eggs everywhere. Wix came up to me the other day. Something popped up, and I think it was a message or something. And it said, get the whole year for 50% off. I'm like, yeah, done. But look, right here, you get this. Now, I mean, I don't know when you're going to watch this replay. I don't know if this will pop up, but I'd grab this right away instead of $29, $14. And don't come after me. I have nothing to do with this. I just noticed that. But I would connect your domain. And what I was going to say is it's going to only show me, I think, if I upgrade. Also, maybe it's giving me that option because I already have an account. I'm not sure. You have to check out those prices, okay? Connecting your domain is easy. My whole point was you want to connect your own domain. So for now, I'm just going to connect to this. And I'll go don't show again. I'll just use that URL. I'm going to put Joseph Marcel, because it's a subsite of my site for now. Joseph Marcel, done. Okay. Good, done. Did I put the checkbox? Okay, so now we can move forward and save as we go. Social media links, pretty self-explanatory. You can set your social links. You can add icons. They'll give you a whole collection of icons. And you'll see there's some themes to them. Some with pretty consistent themes. I think I use these. I do use these. So you can add to this. Add to gallery. And there you go. Just added YouTube. But I want to keep the same format. You guys get the idea? And all you do is you add your link here, okay? New window. I like opening them in a new window. I'm going fast, but I'm trying to cover all the bases. This is a pretty good training. Yes, I'm going to cancel. Okay, so now we know how to build the shell, correct? What am I missing here? The blog. I think we have everything. Now, don't underestimate the power of what I've just done. Please don't underestimate the power of what I have just done. This is crazy technology in terms of the ease of doing this. if you're saying, oh, this is so easy, I got to bring you back just for a second here to my days. And then I got some bonus homework for you too, actually. So I don't know how many of you will come to this step so far. Remember, we're just setting up the blog here today. Step by step by step. When I program this stuff, guys, do you have any idea? Any idea? Just programming hovers like this, mouse overs. I do them still, but I don't. I'm stepping away from design because, number one, I'm not a good designer. I rather use a template. I used to let my ego get in the way. Like I'd be like, well, I'm a programmer. I can design this stuff myself. Hell no, not anymore. I'm going to use what's out there, use what works. Even if I could program this, who am I showing off to? Like, look how quickly I created that. So we're going to go and start populating this next week. This is, I'm just thinking, am I missing anything? No, I'm not. What we're going to do, though, we have more homework. Are you ready? We're going to have to create a SoundCloud for you, okay? So now you may have your content. You may have all your stuff. You may want to start filling up your blog posts. You can go ahead and knock yourself out. As a matter of fact, I would never recommend you anymore not to move forward. But I would perfect what I already have, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I am literally, I have 400, 500 pieces of content. I could fill up this blog, like one blog post after another blog post after. I could start popping them in. Why am I sticking with 3? Because I want them all to be formatted perfectly. Quality over quantity. I'm not even kidding. I used to say, like, look, that doesn't even have cover art. I want cover art. I gotta have these all perfectly done. And once I have them perfectly done, then what am I gonna do? Am I actually gonna go and do it to every piece of content I have? No, I won't. But will I do a blog post for every piece of content I have? Yes, I will. I'm going to go back in my library and get them all up there. What will I do? What will I not do? Some of them I will not put a podcast episode. That's the only thing that I will not do for every single piece of content is a quote in a podcast episode and a flash briefing. that won't be coming out of all of my pieces of content. Only the really good ones, okay? Only the really good ones. So moving forward, like the Jeff Bezos one, unboxing Jeff Bezos, I'm going to make a blog post. Here's a beautiful example. Who here has seen me do my Jeff Bezos video? You guys saw me do that? Put it in the chat, please. I'm sure many of you have. You were all there. A lot of you on this journey were there. I will do the blog post. I will write down a little blog post description. I will do everything you see here. Except I will not have a podcast episode for that one. I'll just leave that blank. It won't be here. And it will not be here. Does that make sense? The only because I'm unboxing an item and I'm showing it off, and it's not very appropriate for a blog for a podcast episode. People will be like, I want to see your magazine, but I'm listening to you. Make sense? I'll be more conscientious of that in the future, whether I want to release it as a blog episode or not. This is an awesome session today. So now what I'm going to do, yes, I will ask you to go to SoundCloud. I will ask you, okay, are you happy? Is everything cool? We're about to have the bonus homework right now. You ready? Here we go. Bonus homework is go to soundcloud.com. Open up a free account. We're going to need this next week as we populate. We're stuffing today in, but that's okay. We have to start stuffing stuff and moving really, really fast. We're going to need these audios up here next week, okay? So let me show you how easy this is to do. This is an cover art. You may want to start, you don't need to do this right now, the cover art. Don't worry too much about that now, because we do go through, if you're asking, is it different from your YouTube cover art? Well, it is, because it's square. And if you're asking, here's a couple of important questions. Is it different from your YouTube cover art? Yes, it is, because it's square. It's got to be square. And if you're asking, do I need a different image for every single episode? If you look here, see that? Different image. If you see that, different image. If you're asking yourself, well, when I listen to a podcast, all it is the album cover. Let me go show you what that looks like. You don't have to get into this now, but I'm teasing you a little bit. Let me go show you what that looks like. Because normally what almost all podcasters do, 99.9%, 99% I will say, only have, let's go here. There we go. This is my cover art for my podcast. My podcast on iTunes, everywhere will be iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. I'm going on all platforms, Google Play. My podcast will be called Life Hacks with the Wealthy Trainer. That's my podcast. You may want to start thinking about that. You may want to call it your own name. You may want to look at podcast covers out there to get an idea of how you want to design yours. That's not the homework for today, but this will be the homework coming shortly. 1400 by 1400, if you're asking yourself now. If you're curious about details on how to create this, well, Canva. Everything from this point forward is Canva. I still use Photoshop for the flexibility of what I want to do, because I use my own cartoons and like I do certain things a certain way, and I want to get this silver shading. I don't know how to do certain things in Canva, but we use Canva here. And also they have incredible podcast cover templates. I didn't want to go into that. I wanted to say, why would you not just use a cover for all of your episodes? Well, you can. This is a situation where I want to separate myself from the pack at such a high standard and high level that I'm putting in the time to make it obvious on my SoundCloud and on my this will pluck on all the platforms I syndicate to. I don't want them to just see this every time. It's because they won't be able to differentiate the episodes. And also I like having a background that has to do with my topic. I hope that makes sense. So the question is, how big do you want to play, and do these details really matter? Hey, listen, guys, I'm just going to say this right now. The richest people in the world take massive action. I understand that. And they do things sloppy to get things done. But they also pay extreme attention to extreme detail. I consider myself a very wealthy man. And I consider myself one who's going to be extremely super wealthy. And the reason for that, I'll be honest with you, is I pay attention to details and I give it the best I have. I do. Sometimes it's not that good, but it is the best that I currently have. That's why I got to keep getting better, okay? And when I say I got to keep getting better, my grammar would be included. I should be saying I must get better, or I have to get better. Okay, that's just a personal issue. My grammar is not the perfectest. So there we go. Open a SoundCloud. Let's upload something really quick. I'm going to go in like this to show you how easy it is. I'm going to go upload. Once you create your account, it's like any other account. Oh, I'm going to talk about the prices for SoundCloud, how we're stealing from them, to be honest with you. It's so inexpensive. I can't believe they're not out of business, to be honest with you. We'll talk about that too. They're stupid cheap. So what I'm going to do, they're stupid cheap for what you get. You're not going to understand that statement until I go through it when we start podcasting, okay? So here we go. Drag and drop. I just go public. Make a note. I just do this. I go, okay. Upload. I'm I'm going to go into my blog. I'm going to go grab a flash briefing here. Just because it'll upload quick. Where am I going? I'm going here. I'm going to go to... no, I'm going to go to... I want to go get Roscoe. Let's go get Roscoe in Random Hacks. Fear feeds fear. I've got my little flash briefing audio. You guys remember I did this? My little wave file, super high quality. And it's 1 minute, 33 seconds. Yeah, beautiful. Double click. Here we go. Okay, see how I did that? genre. You'll notice, pay attention guys, it's important. There's music, and then if you keep scrolling down, there's audio. So I'll go business. I always go business. You could go any other category, but I always go business. That's how I help small business entrepreneurs. For this, all I put for now is podcast until I learn how to do more of this. For now, I just put podcast. So you start typing it in. It gives you options. I click it. It adds the hashtag and everything. And then describe your track. You want to put a description here. So what I do is I go on my blog. I will go to the blog post itself. And I will actually use this. You're going to use that in all of your podcast episodes. Go like this, like this, like this. Paste. Ta-da! Ah, see? There's a typo. Not only do the attacks appears... There we go, fix that. So you see I got to go fix that on my blog. In this video, comma. So here I would put in this... is it a video? No, it's an audio. So in this audio, or in this flash briefing... Now you're going to want to put, here's what I put. I'm going to show you right away. I'm just going to do this quick. I put in this, I'll put it right now. In this episode. There we go. Episode. In this episode. That could relate to a lot of things. An episode can be 1 minute. An episode can be 3 hours. An episode can be a YouTube video. An episode can be a podcast episode. An episode is an episode. It's the best thing to put. In this episode, I share my thoughts. Okay, we're good to go. I'm going to upload the image. Fair fees fair. There we go. Okay. And then I'll go save. And done. So this is your homework today. You have a lot of homework. I'm going to go back to my profile. And if I go here, there we go. Let's play it. Is that the one? No, it's at the bottom here. Okay, so we got right here. 8 seconds ago. That's the one. Let's play it. You're going to feel the fear in whatever you do. And the more fearful you are, the more of that you will attract. And you're going to get caught in a slippery slope of being afraid to get on the phone. The simplest things. So face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. Okay, that's good. I didn't, excuse me. I wanted a sip of water and I chugged it too quick there. So I let this play on. That's how you do it, okay guys? Now, I just did a flash briefing. You don't want to do that. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that now. I just want to show you guys how it was done. How do I do that? Here we go. We're going to delete that. Can I delete that? Delete track. Done. Is that the one? Yeah. What I want you to do is I want you to upload your audio file that we did last week. Try to get 3 if you can. Now, I'll be real here. This is from an old blog of mine. How my unicycle helped me become the master of my skills. How I became a millionaire in my 20s is another old one. I created audio from these old ones, old pieces of content, because I need 3 audio files to submit to iTunes. That makes sense, right? I hope so. Well, I hope so. Yeah, of course. I'm used to saying that. I hope so. I hope I explained it well. That's better. That's better. I hope I explained it well. We need 3 audio files to 3 podcast episodes is what they are. Go review how to create an audio file last week, okay? In last week's replay. So there's your next homework. Who's ambitious? Who's going to get it done? I guess we will find out. Whew, what a day. What an amazing day. What an amazing day. And I'm also curious to see who puts up, who uses different templates. Experiment, guys? Feel free to experiment. Now, you should have something like this for next week. Is that all I need to do today? Yeah, you have a lot of stuff. If I were to summarize today, you need to create this. You need to start working on your story, the short version and the long version. And you need to get your audios up on a new SoundCloud account. And next week, guys, we populate this. We populate this to look like this. You'll have this section. You'll have this section next week, next Thursday. You'll have this section with your content, one piece really. We'll try to do 3. We'll have you will have your podcast section, which we pluck from SoundCloud right here. You will have your about section. At least hopefully you start rolling it out or building it. And I'm going to put a post in our group. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to put this replay up in there tonight, okay? It's going to be up there, and within half an hour, this replay of tonight, this Thursday night replay will be up, let's say by midnight tonight. Maybe I can make it by 11:30. Let's say 11:30 midnight. This episode will be in the group. What I want you guys to do is under that episode, in the comments underneath that episode, that is where I'd like you to put some questions about tonight. I expect a lot of questions about tonight. I expect a lot of technical questions. I expect a lot of how-tos to be answered. And you guys, if you guys want to answer within the thread of this post, this replay post, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good, actually. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to respond to some as well. But let's try to help each other, okay? This is getting really heavy. It's getting really serious now. The pieces of the jigsaw puzzle are really starting to come together. So I will see you guys next Thursday, where we start populating what you've created. And you know what? Feel free to put in your own posts as well as questions, right? If you think your question's pretty significant, no, you could put in your own posts all the time. Self-promotion, I don't care. No, don't be crazy about it. Be reasonable, but put in your own posts, okay, guys, for your own questions, and put in your links to your new blogs if you can. That'd be great. I'd like to see what you're coming up with, even if it's very advanced, and help each other out, and I'll be in there, okay, guys? So I'm going to upload the replay in before midnight tonight, okay? Awesome work, guys. Awesome job. I hope you're keeping up, because I've never been more excited in my 5 years of online marketing as I am right now. Okay? Have an amazing night. I will see you in the group in maybe an hour or so. Love you all, and I'll see you guys on the inside. Bye-bye now.